Relations between Pakistan and Bangladesh have long remained in the shadows and cautious due to the baggage of history since 1971. But with the changing political scenarios and evolving regional dynamics, right now Pakistan and Bangladesh are seeing a new sun of emerging but positive future between the two countries' relationship. What are these changing political priorities for Bangladesh and Pakistan, and what are these emerging regional dynamics? In today's episode of Policy Wire, we are going to talk about this a bit. Political engagements, regional economic cooperation, sports, culture, you just name it and it's there. But religion is one common factor between the Bangladeshis and Pakistanis, known as previously Muslim brothers and two parts of the same country. But right now, the positive things are Pakistan and Pakistanis are accepting all the realities related and tied to Bangladesh and its geographical priorities plus its geographical realities. Through the economic exchange, bilateral political engagements, Pakistan thinks that there is a window of reset for Pakistan and its population to go for the older but a course correction set with the people of Bangladesh, and people of Bangladesh are embracing this change with open, wide arms and hearts. The February elections in Bangladesh saw a critical change, and the change is in the shape of Mr. Tariq Rahman, Chairman Bangladesh Nationalist Party, becoming the Prime Minister, the next Prime Minister of Bangladesh, and the previous history baggage is immense. But the new chairman, the newly incoming Prime Minister of Bangladesh, is well aware of the gigantic challenges of the country, and he is well aware of the foreign policy challenges as well. He knows the pulse, he knows the demand of the masses of Bangladesh. If they don't create any red line for India from interfering in their independent foreign policy, obviously the challenges are going to be huge for the newly Prime Minister and his government as well. Right now, it's a sweeping victory for Mr. Tariq Rahman, but he knows that he has to deal with a lot of challenges that seem small, but they are actually in nature much bigger to handle. First of all, he has to chalk out an independent foreign policy. Secondly, he has to chalk out economic reforms. As we all know, that July National Charter referendum was also held with the polls, and people are in great favor of all these constitutional amendments. And right now, what I can see, people usually and mostly youth of Bangladesh masses, they are in favor of bringing huge reforms into the country's incumbent setup. Youth has clearly given their vision, they have clearly given the set of demands that if you are failing in meeting our demands, whatever government is there, whatever mandate is there with that party, we are going to be on the streets again. And this is indeed a dangerous sort of expectation from the Gen Z of Bangladesh. The second optimistic thing from the masses of Bangladesh was, for me, it was very easy to assess that masses across Bangladesh, they are in huge support of Pakistan and they don't want to see any interference from Indian side. And we can see the reportage that was covered by the national and international media across Bangladesh during pre and post polls. It has clearly indicated that people have no room right now for any Indian interference. And this is why, seeing the pulse and judging the pulse of the nation, Mr. Tariq Rahman, Chairman of Bangladesh Nationalist Party, he has made it clear that once they assume government, they are going to make it clear to the Indian government that they have to extradite Hasina Wajid, who was able to flee Bangladesh after the riots and after the uprising and revolt in Bangladesh in July 2024. After that, Chief Advisor Dr. Muhammad Yunus is as a head of the interim setup. He was handling with all the affairs of Bangladesh. He has conducted the polls in a feasible, in a peaceful manner, in a conducive manner that Bangladesh has never seen. But right now, the biggest challenge remains: which political party is going to get a severe effect on the ruling party to keep them in line, to keep them in check, and that is going to be the tough job for Jamaat-e-Islami, for National Citizen Party and its other allies. So the thing right now Gen Z youngsters are awaiting is the change that was being promised by Mr. Tariq Rahman to them, and this is why they gave him a clean sweep victory in the polls of 12th February 2026. For Policy Wire, this is Sumaira Khan reporting from Dhaka. This is all for now, and stay tuned with us for more updates on Policy Wire.